Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm holding it all the time. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I wanted to talk to you about, because as you said, you know, people sometimes are in their mind and they say, well, what are your beliefs right now? Because you're advancing, you're really transforming quite a lot. But I hope you know what I mean, really transforming. Because it is not changing beliefs, it is not changing viewpoints per se. It is although a viewpoint, you're seeing it life as it is, from an innocent point of view. You know, one time it was, who was it? An author wrote a book called We Live in the Best of Times and We Live in the Worst of Times. Charles Dickens.
Yes, yeah.
And I thought that is so beautiful, because all the best of times have also the worst of times in them. But if we look at it from a feeling point of view, from an alive point of view, from an open heart point of view, that's what life is all about.
Right.
And we learn to accept it fully and completely. And it's not whether you believe or not, it's how much are you alive to what is at the moment. So this is the spirituality. It has nothing to do with the mind or figuring out or believing or not believing or makes sense or doesn't make sense.
So if you were confronted by somebody who said, well, I just don't believe in your beliefs, or how can you prove what you believe in? What would
And then I'll say very
response be?
simply, I say, what makes you happy? Don't you want to be happy? And they'll say, well, of course. I say, what does it makes you happy? Well, ice boarding or whatever you want to call it, or skiing or dancing or
singing.
Yeah, or whatever. I says, well, that aliveness, that is the open heart at the moment.
Right.
You see, because
Right.
you're always at your best. You are at your best when you feel alive. It doesn't matter whether you have a cold, you're not feeling good at the moment, or you're feeling tired. Yes, it does take away energy from you, but when you are alive in the moment, despite what is happening, there is a feeling of, but everything is okay.
Right.
Really.
Right.
You see, that's spirituality.
And that's universal.
That's universal.
So that's why you can say that that's a universal truth.
Yes.
Universally,
yes.
That
So this
belongs to
means
everyone.
that he is, so when a person doesn't agree, okay, with it, they're agreeing with ideas, with beliefs.
Right.
But the true nature is happiness. It is love. That is the spirit. And it's not a belief. You see, people always go back to some religion,
Right.
to some God, okay? And we can call spirit God. Yeah, it's wonderful. It is God. But it depends what you mean by God. You see? Yeah, you see, you gave me this when you walked in. And it didn't sound like much, but to me it was a precious gift. Because it's life. It's alive.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm holding on to it because it makes me feel good. You know, wherever we go, we want to feel good. If you enter a place and it doesn't make you feel good, you want to get out. But you will find that when you begin to see that life, it doesn't matter whether you feel good or not, you'll always be feeling good. So you enter a place that doesn't make you feel good, and it's a temporary thing, and you accept it. The moment you accept it,
then you come back to that feeling good.
that you come back in.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you see? Yeah.
Right.
You never lose anything. So yeah, this is a very good a good thing. Do you have any questions about that?
Well, I'm going to this wedding on Saturday, and it's for my cousin who's part of a tribe. It's called the 12 Tribes of Israel, and so it's a religious tribe, and you know, there's all this controversy of you know, half my family's going to go and half my family's not because they don't believe in their beliefs.
You're right.
So when we're looking at something like that, you know, for me, I'm going because
Good for you.
I love my cousin.
Yes, isn't that
That's
everything?
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't
Yeah.
I?
Yeah, and even if their beliefs are not exactly what you go, so what?
Right, exactly.
It's aliveness that's important.
Right.
You
right.
love them, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just sometimes I find that all these beliefs and ideas get thrown out into the mix of things that
Mhm.
people get
This
lost.
against that.
Yeah, it's the right and the wrong.
That's
you know,
right.
and then it becomes, you know, a bit of a power thing when it's so much easier to love and
Yes.
to see the beauty in things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people.
And this is what it's all about.
Mhm.
It takes a while. This is, you know, when I said about you in my last satsang, I said you transform. You know, I really saw that because you can see this clearly, what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
You see? It's all about an open heart. It has nothing to do with beliefs,
Right.
ideas.
Right.
See? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, Mushi has been quite a problem lately. Whenever he's hungry, he comes and tells me, and then I hold him in my arms and I take him to the food.
Yeah.
And then he's happy, and blah, blah, blah. But many times when the plate is empty, he comes and tells me that he wants more. But it's not that he wants more, he wants me to pick him up again and take him to the food.
So he wants the attention.
He wants the attention, so when I take him to the plate,
Yeah.
he doesn't eat it because he's not really hungry, he just wants to be taken there. So now the food has been turning bad,
Yes.
and so I've been telling him, no, you go and eat. I don't have to take you there. I want to make sure he's hungry. So now it's created a little rift between us. You see, he still loves me and I still love him, but there's a little misunderstanding going on. So anyway, so an animal, it's amazing. They're so accustomed to a pattern, to a way of living. And when you break this pattern, even you break with a child, for example, you know, there they get disoriented. Okay, so this is what is happening. What is happening with the mind? The mind becomes oriented in a way of perceiving and thinks that, oh, I am right. This is the way it has to be. But we grow when our heart is so open that there is no way that it has to be. It just is.
Yes.
You see? You know, and that is the that is the whole game. You know, I wanted so much to find out about human evolution and how it went, and then I was so taken by this experience. You know, it's still with me. It was quite something. But the one thing that I learned in it, the outstanding thing, and which is going to be my subject from now on, even more than before, is an open heart.
Yes.
You see, which a child has, an animal has.
Yes.
You know, you have.
Yeah.
And this is it. It has nothing to do with belief or not belief, or the way it has to be or not be. It is the way of the heart. If you are happy, that is what it's about.
That is it.
Yeah, and if you love someone, whether they are Jewish or Catholic or atheists, what difference does it make? You love them.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it's with love, like if somebody wants, you know, I often get questioned about, well, show me the facts. You know, I want to see the facts. And then I just come back to thinking, well, I love you. I can't show you the facts on that, you know.
Right.
But it's just it's
You
a
cannot
feeling.
show
You
facts of an
can't-
open heart.
You
Yeah.
can't show facts on an open heart.
No, right.
It's just
Yeah.
It is. It's that feeling, that openness. It's,
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when you sat down and you started talking to me about, you know, this person, immediately the Holy Spirit said to me, you know, said, yeah, tape it.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
see, because it's going to be good,
Yes.
you know, for people to see.
Yes.
Yeah. What gives us all a universal allness, a universal feeling. Color, creed, religion, nationality, upbringing, it doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
You are part of me because you're alive.
Yes.
You see, we're part of each other. And even if we disagree, we can still agree to disagree. You know, and it's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
like, it'd be boring if we all just agreed upon the same thing.
Exactly.
But if if those were things that kept people apart, then everybody would be separate. Everybody would be we would be living these separate lives.
Exactly. We'd be living separate lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. And until we see the common denominator, which is the heart,
Mm-hmm.
because there's only one heart
Mm-hmm.
among billions of people, you see, and you get in touch with that heart, it is that heart, often called the will of God, incidentally.
Right.
The will of God is to be in joy, to be in peace, to be in the ecstasy of being.
Mm-hmm.
See, that it is. And you don't have to be religious or believe anything. In fact, Buddha said, the first thing you need to do is challenge every belief until nothing is left. And when nothing is left, look at what is left. And what is left is you. And that you is. Because now you can look with clear eyes without cobwebs, you see.
Right.
Yeah.
No attachments.
No attachment. No. So, do you have anything to share, or shall we call it quits?
That was good.
Good.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.